Have you ever had that moment in life where it felt like the world was whispering to you? You're not enough. Stop trying. Accept failure. And somewhere deep inside, you wanted to scream back, "No, I will not quit." This is the story of someone who answered that whisper with a roar. There was a girl named Mira. Quiet, ordinary, unnoticed. The kind of person people forget the moment they look away. But let me tell you something about quiet people. They see everything. They feel everything. They carry storms inside. Mira was born into a family where survival was the priority, not dreams. Her mother worked long hours sewing clothes for others. Her father drove a small rented van, barely earning enough to keep food on the table. Every day, the home echoed with the sound of sacrifice. Not comfort, not laughter, not dreams, just survival. But inside Mira, there was something unexplainable, a deep hunger to change everything. From a young age, she wanted to study, learn, grow, build something meaningful. But life did not make it easy. Her relatives would say, "Girls don't need big dreams. Just learn to manage a home. Don't try to fly too high." They didn't say it to hurt her. They said it because they believed it themselves, but Mira didn't argue. She didn't fight. She simply listened and quietly promised herself, one day, they will see. At school, she wasn't the top student. She wasn't naturally brilliant, but she had something rare, patience and persistence. Where others studied for 1 hour, she studied for 3. Where others gave up after failing once, she tried again and again and again. But life, as always, had its own plans. When Mira was 16, her father's van met with an accident. He survived, but he could no longer work. And suddenly, all the weight of the house fell on her mother. Bills piled up. Food became less. Dreams became distant. Mira looked at her books, and then at her mother's swollen, tired hands. That night she had to choose, continue studying or start working. She closed her books, because she gave up, but because sometimes you must pause your dream to protect the ones who made that dream possible. Mira started working in the same garment shop where her mother stitched. Clothes, long hours, low pay, no praise, no recognition, just endless work. Every day, she stitched other people's future while hers remained on hold. Yet every night, when the world slept, Mira studied, even when her eyes burned, even when her hands were swollen, even when her heart whispered, "Maybe this is it." She answered, "Not yet." Life didn't stop testing her. Some coworkers laughed at her. "Reading won't save you here. People like us don't get to dream." Others mocked her. "You think you'll become something great? Look at your life." But Mira didn't respond. Because when your purpose is clear, noise becomes irrelevant. One day, a customer came to the garment shop. He owned a small local printing business and needed someone who knew design. Basics, nobody knew design except Mira. Not professionally, but she had secretly been learning from free tutorials on an old, secondhand phone. She gathered courage and said, "I can try." The owner gave her one chance, one project, one opportunity that could change everything, and Mira worked not for money, not for praise, but because this was her. Sure, she worked carefully, skillfully, slowly, but with complete focus. And when she presented the final design, the shop owner stared silently. Then he smiled. "You did this?" Mira nodded. "You're hired." For the first time in her life, someone didn't look at her with pity. They looked at her with respect. That day, Mira didn't just get a job, she got proof. Proof that effort matters. Proof that growth is real. Proof that patience was not pointless. But listen carefully. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Because now Mira will face challenges bigger than anything she has known. Jealousy, competition, pressure, expectations. Success doesn't make life easier. It raises the stakes. And from here, her journey gets harder and more powerful. If you are listening to this, maybe you are the quiet one, the one nobody notices, the one people underestimate, the one carrying a hurricane inside. Remember this: you don't have to prove your worth to the world. You just have to prove it to yourself. Your time is coming. Your moment will arrive. Your story is not done. Just don't stop.